Saturday morning, first job. The shoot wants some wheat, so we're just filling a bag up for him now. The easy way, with a big shovel. Doesn't matter if we spill it because it just gets pushed into the pile. John's filling the combine up. I'm getting a tyre out the nettles. Next door I've got a puncher, so I'm going to see if these old Bateman wheels, I've got 2 of them, see if they'll hold air for him. They've not been on for 8 or 9 years, so just been left in the nettles. I think they were blown up when they were put there. I think it's punctured, it seems to be leaking out of there. Get the other one. Can I reach the second one? Oh, I'll just stand it up. Got it, and at least this one's got a bit of air in it. Give it a bit of a swill off, and then you can at least see what it fits. Lads are here mixing some seed for cover crop, and Phil's here from class. He's going to change the moisture reading on the baler because it's not very accurate. Morgan's off out now, sowing a bit more SFI mix. I've got the header on the Merlot. We're not going to do that fibre this morning now. I think they're going to be using the paddock anyway. I'm going to go and cut a little bit of wheat that's left. Awful field, patched up, not good, but we'll get it out of the way, and then when we've got the Skyfall left, then we'll go to Bill's later on, cutting spring barley. This field was an absolute mess in the spring, and we nearly wrote the whole lot off. We stitched a bit of Skyfall into it, which is these bits here. Anyway, we've dry is pretty much caught up now, so we're going to cut it off. Be interested to see how many tonne we get off it, see whether it yielded better than if we'd have scrapped it and started again with some spring corn. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it might do about 2 tonne, but we'll see. Got the chopper on for the first time this season because the headland's quite rough and weedy, so we're just going to chop it. Save bouncing the baler everywhere. The size of some of these ruts. Let's drop the Merlot into one of them now. Bounce in now. Proper. This grass was cut, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks ago. Look at it already. Sort of like well over the knee high. Morgan's just levelling a bit of seed in the hopper, and he's gonna do that field there. Just pushing a bit to the front. It's kind of built to be, I don't know, maybe 6 tonne in it, and then once it's empty you put another, once you get the tonne left you put it down, but we're only putting about 1 tonne in at once. Try not to look at the wild oats in this barley. We're going for profit, not vanity. They always look worse as well when you look across the field rather than up and down the rows. Bit of a jiggle wiggle. Well, he's done 40 acres already this morning in 3 fields in the first hour, in 2 different locations as well. It's a bit rough there, some deep tram lines by where we're messing with that drain. ground though. This was the shed that we concreted the floor, nicely full of straw now. Probably fit another couple of bales in though, to be fair. Concrete looks mint, doesn't it? Just looks like it's out the ready mix wagon. I think Monday the roof's going on that shed, and then once we've got it full of straw, we'll then probably sort out putting some sides on it as well. I think we can get green sides. Vicky's just text from that channel, there in Stuart. Apparently it's National Honey Bee Day or Beekeeping Day, so go and check out their YouTube. Because Oscar's been on holiday, there's straw and wood chip everywhere, so he's giving it a good brush now. Despite it being a bit weedy, the straw's actually not that bad. Set his load back anyway and tip it. So the pheasant just run out of here. And I think I can hear some chicks. There they are. A little pheasant chick. See it? Ran off. Yeah. Anyway, at least they're running away from the combine, they're not on eggs. Devoted onto the Valtra. I'll be honest though, I think I prefer this to the Q series. The Q series just wasn't particularly manoeuvrable. I think the stops probably needed winding on the front linkage, to be honest, but this has got quite a decent lock. I just rung John, tell him to keep the header high and watch out for them pheasants. Here's an example why you need to cut hedges. So you can, if you pull forwards a foot now, I can see right down that road. That way, can't see anything. That is a neighbour's hedge, and to be fair, we do sometimes take the top off so we can see, but it's more important to be able to see to the right, because obviously the cars are coming down this side of the road. But if you imagine that wasn't cut, that would be what you'd see. I have been driving that, and I've got to go and flick some straw over now. Just realised Morgan's finished and he's now on the QUADTRAC, so I can use a 728. All my cruise controls are set for this because this is what I've been using for most of the time, raking. Oscar's moshing that Merlot off now. That was the one that was spreading muck the other day, so it needs a good wash. I'm going to put the wide load sign on the front because Morgan's going to go out with the QUADTRAC, so I'll go down the narrow bit first with him. Really handy, them signs. We've got one and Bill and Joe have got one. So when we're moving the combine, Rob's using one of them now to take John up to by the airport to cut spring barley there for Joe, Bill, and me and Morgan are going to take the QUADTRAC up to Rainhill, do a bit what was baled, and then we'll swap over and move straw, but we'll leave the QUADTRAC up there till we've finished. Save running up and down the road too much. Let's roll. That wasn't too bad, but Morgan reckons we used 48 litres just moving it here. Hence why we're gonna leave it here until we've finished. So Morgan's gonna work that ground there where we spread the muck, and I'm gonna put the rake on, flick this straw over. Hopefully it'll bale in an hour and Rob will be up with the baler. Got pretty quick at putting this on. Back up, do the PTO, then lift up on them buttons, click that on, just needs a little bit higher maybe. Fold the stand up, plug the pipe in, throw the ropes in the cab, and away we go. I think I did it the other day in about, I put it on the other day in about 48 seconds. Okay, Morgan's levelling this off, taking out the compaction where we spread the muck. You can hear it hitting the sandstone, you can hear that. And obviously working the muck in the top surface. It's not something we'll have to do every year, but after the weather we've had the last 12 months, it's needed a bit of a factory reset. Had a lovely dusting of muck this. It's been turned a few times. Adam's turned it with his digger, so it's composted really nice. not even working hard at all, is it that? Zero slip. Just see it every so often. Tapping a bit of sandstone and the auto resets going. There you go, bits of sandstone there. See, just obliterated it. That picnic bench where them people are is sandstone. There's literally no soil there whatsoever. See the time's flexing. This straw's a bit damper than I thought it was going to be. So rather than bring the tedder up and then go backwards and forwards, I'm just coming along and I'm just pulling the top off the row to make a really wide row in places. I've just driven a bit wide there, sorry. So I'm pulling the top off the row so it makes it a wider row, and then I'll go to the beginning and then I'll roll it back up again so it's got a bit more sun on it. So basically I'm trying to ted with a rake, which isn't really ideal, but it's quicker than going an hour round trip to get the right machine. Right, you can see it better now. I've just changed the height slightly. So I'm pulling the dry off the top, leaving the damp on the bottom, scattered out quite wide. I'll go up them with the 4 or 5 rows, and then I'll row it back up and hopefully it should start to dry out a bit quicker. The Sama should have been alright because it had just completely inverted the row, but again, that's at the wrong yard and this rake was already up here. Aim the song. Doing a cracking job anyway, just splitting it about like this. Just wish we'd split it out the combine because it would have took the weather so much better and it'd have probably been dry enough to bale now. Right, I knocked this into a wide row, I don't know, an hour and a half ago now. It would have been better if I'd have had the tedder. Feels pretty crispy now. So, I'm gonna row it back up. Rob's gone putting the baler on. Hopefully by the time he gets here. It's a bit of a breeze now. I feel it on the camera. Hopefully, it should bale. Definitely crunchy. Still a bit dubious how wet or dry this is. It's like the odd wet tuft in it. Oh, we'll get this field cleared anyway, at least it's another one done. Oscar's giving us a valet, it smells nice. Thanks to the Abbey air freshener. August catches us up now. The load of straw. Oscar's loading on the mini Merlot and Chris has come to help us on this beastie Maxim. Beast, isn't it? This is the one that was like 160, 170 horsepower. Have to be quick, he's catching us up. We just finished strapping it on and then Morgan and Adam are on the QUADTRAC playing, well, working, and rang to say, you know, you've left a bale down the bottom of the field by the hedge. So there it is over the horizon. Rob actually said how many bales were in the field, and I said, I'm sure there's a bale missing. So I jumped on and went looking the other field to see if I could find it. Couldn't find it. I know it was there, but Oscar had said he'd got them all, but maybe he needs glasses. Back there's Rob now. He took the baler over and he's come back on the Valtra because it wasn't fit to bale. There's still some wet lumps, so we're going to ted it out now, or I might jump on it actually. Back on the Valtra. Morgan's marooned the straw. It's gone round it, every other one. I'm going to shake this out and then hopefully tomorrow we can just come up and row it up. This is so annoying. The wind kind of dropped. The sun completely went. It went cold. So I'm just shaking this out now. So if it comes light in the morning and sunny and bright, hopefully we can row it up mid-morning, late morning, bale it, and then we can get on to baling some barley straw. I've shook all that out. I am back at HQ. I'm going to quickly do the birthdays, edit what you've just watched, and then I'm going to go back out and shake another field out. Both fence are back in the shed because I'm out on Valtra. Anyway, we've got Dennis Stainthorpe is 75, Philip Lately, I think it's pronounced, is 48, Becky Hussey, I don't know how you pronounce it, it's 53, John Mayer is 65, Sarah James is 61, or was it Sarah, I think, and Rianne Conroy is 4, and we're now at £74,066. Loads and loads of tractors in today's videos, whether it's QUADTRACs, fence, Valtras, combines, Case Maxims. What's been your favourite? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. Thanks for watching anyway, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you made it this far, click like as well. Bye for now.